publicity, it's got to be draining before the big game.
No, Jim, you know better than that. You and I laugh about it all the time. These players love it. You can't talk about them enough. What do you think about me? Tell me more. We love it. So they can't wait to get a chance to go out there and play today and see who's the best.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms here in Arizona getting set for Super Bowl 49. The last time the Super Bowl was here was a wild one with the Giants beating the undefeated at the time New England Patriots. Maybe we've got another good one like that in store today.
I think we have a wild one in store again today. Both coaches are willing to take chances. They are daring. Sit in your seats for the kickoff.
Now we go down to field level as Danielle Bellini has more on today's matchup.
Thanks, Jim. This Super Bowl can be a very distracting time for players and coaches. So I asked both teams, how have you been dealing with all of the distractions during this run up to Super Bowl 49? While they all admitted, yes, it's easy to get caught up in the media attention, they tell me they've been 100% focused on this game tonight. And guys, they all know what a special night this is, and they want to make the most of it by coming out with a win. Back to you.
Thanks, Danielle, and now we'll go to the field. Now as we go to the field, it's Percy Harvin back deep for the kickoff. And Sebastian Janikowski looks set now to kick it away. And this is Curse running it out. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Wilson's heading out now for his first series. First down here. Nickel formation here for the defense. Wilson with the give. He stacked up at that point. Here we have second down. Marshawn Lynch is in the backfield. Here's the handoff. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
Hard to judge sometimes what time of possession really means in an NFL game, but I know this. When you run the football like that and you pick up decent yards, that's a good thing for the offensive side and a great thing for your football team.
And Branch is in on the tackle. For this defense today, the former first-round pick out of the University of Houston, DJ Hayden.
Yeah, fought through some injuries in 2013. You expect him to come back with all that talent and be one of the best corners in the NFL.
Split backfield here. The Seahawks take it from the 38. Underneath, but can't find a mark that time as the pass goes incomplete.
Well, this is a classic case, wasn't it, of let's bend, but don't. That's what the defense did. They gave up some first downs, but they stopped when it counted.
That timeout might be very useful for the offense. They're now ready to go. John Ryan will be called on to send this one down the field.
And it's a fake. They're running a fake. Finds his mark. Adams is tackled down after a gain of 7. Out of the University of Virginia, quarterback Matt Schaub. First down at the 45. Jones-Drew's got it on the handoff. Brought down at the 44. When you look at the lineups, MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew is the guy you got to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I know you look at him and you don't think this, but he has the speed to get outside. But the thing about Maurice Jones-Drew that always jumps out to me is how much power he has, and he can run through tackles.
The defensive line will be the focus here in this game. If they're disrupting the quarterback, the rest of the defense will have a chance to do their thing.
Schaub from the gun. And they bring down the quarterback, and it's a 3-and-out for the offense.
We got to give that defensive front a lot of credit, man. They are pushing, they're getting after it. They know it's probably going to be a pass on third down, and they get back to the quarterback and take him down.
They face first down. Offense lines up here.
Lynch's hand at the football.
Space to work. Touchdown, #1 at the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl is like no other game out there. It's so big. Tension is so much more than the other playoff games, and when you score first, that is a big, big deal. More than anything, it's a great relief to get that out of the way.
Stephen Hauschka ready for the kickoff.
Jones has got it. Across the 20 and tackled at the 21.
It's first down as they head to the line.
Schaub will be taking this snap out of the pistol.
Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Tackled at the 29-yard line. That leads us to second down.
The Raiders come out in the pistol. Gets it out for the completion. Smith there to take him down.
play man-to-man against this receiver, you're going to have a tough time. Quarterback's a good thrower. Really hard for a defensive back to stay with him.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Schaub's going to be in the pistol here.
Let's go.
Here's the handoff to Maurice Jones-Drew. They break through. Tackle him behind the line.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Jones lined up in the slot. The Raiders take it from the 43. Throwing now to his left. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
The Raiders that time, they can't get big yards, but the throw and catch picks up a few, and this third down is much easier with this situation.
Third down here. Offense trying to pick up the first. Matt Schaub has it under center. Strong eye handoff here. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
Here you are, fourth down, short yardage to go near midfield. You lose it. It's the end of the first half. If you go for it, miss right here, you could put yourself in a big hole going into halftime. So the answer is don't do it. Don't put yourself in a big hole. Punt the football, but you never know. A lot of things go through the mind of coaches in situations like this.
First down, offense readying for the snap. Lynch is in the backfield. Wilson's got it in the gun.
Trying to work that left side. Percy Harvin with the grab. And he's tackled down at the 36-yard line.
Well, when you play this type of defense where you play cover three, in other words, you have three defenders playing one in the middle, one right, and one left. Well, the weakness of that defense is going to be underneath. So slant patterns, they're pretty easy against this cover three.
The Super Bowl. It's as big as it gets. And just the fan side of you, Phil, what sticks out in your memory, Brent?
Well, I think the game, one of my favorite games of all time, Jim, when you talk about the Super Bowls, the Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys, I loved them both. Roger Staubach, Terry Bradshaw, and I remember the Jackie Smith drop in the end zone. Just the emotion that came from him, from all the Cowboys and Roger Staubach. It was an exciting game to watch.
The Seahawks have turned it up a notch with their running game today, Phil. Lynch has been leading the charge on this front, Phil.
And they've done it many ways. They've done it with power runs, going outside, going inside, draw plays. Everything is working for this running game today, and it's been impressive to watch.
And as we look now at the rushing stats here in the first half, this has been a great effort on the ground, and it's been a big part of the reason why they're in front.
It is absolutely working when you talk about the run game, and I'll just say this, Jim. When it's working, don't stop. Keep running the football. Jim, when you have a quarterback that is accurate as this guy is, when he sees man-to-man coverage, he is going to get the completion.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Russell Wilson has it under center. Play fake. He's wide open for the grab.
Wilson is able to show off the footwork. Wow, what a good job. Look at those feet. Like a dancer. Gets himself in very good position to throw the football.
First and goal from the 7. Up the middle. Wilson's met after a gain of 3.
The Seahawks call the run play that time down in the red zone. It does not work. But when you're running the football, especially in the red zone, have some patience, stay with it, and if you do, most of the time you will get rewarded.
They are in the backfield in a hurry and will bring him down for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. Breaking huddle at the 5. The Raiders come out in the nickel. Third and goal from the 5. Out to the left. Count it. Touchdown. A timeout charge to the offense.
It is so disappointing when you're down near the goal line and you don't score. Well, the offense doesn't have to know that disappointment this time. Good job, good play call, and a beautiful throw by the quarterback for the touchdown.
Good and additional. 2 points on the board as they convert. Ready for the kickoff.
Takes off from the 5. And the tackle is made right around the 26-yard line. First down here. From the shotgun. Jones has got it, and a first.
The margin of error against man-to-man defense is much smaller for a quarterback than it would be against zone defenses. That time the quarterback right on target. Good throw.
It's a two-tight end formation. Looking to go up top again on first down.
Makes the reception.
Ducks out of bounds.
You got to be able to adjust when you run these drag routes across the field. The throw cannot always be right on target. Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good receiver.
Maurice Jones-Drew lined up in the backfield.
We're through one quarter, and we'll take a short break as you're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by the Sierra Denali.
The Raiders still driving as the second quarter gets underway.
Second down now.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
And he's tackled down after picking up the first.
Jones-Drew is a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
First down at the 46.
McFadden's taking the handoff.
They went with the ground game on first down, bringing up second. He's in the clear. The 20, the 10. Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown.
What a terrible job by the defense. That time, nobody even covers the receiver. He is wide open down the field, and, hey, nice job by the quarterback going through his progression. He finds the open guy and gets a touchdown pass.
The Raiders now will tack on the extra point.
The point after is good.
Moore's going to watch now as his defense gets ready to come into the game. He just put up over 50 yards receiving, helping his team go down the field for the score.
Sebastian Janikowski lining up for the kickoff.
Harbin will run this one out. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Seahawks now will start their drive at the 23.
Offense lines up here.
Out of the shotgun.
He'll fire it out to the left. Almost intercepted.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
Second down after the incompletion. Wide receivers are bunched up.
Wilson's back in shotgun formation. On the money. Brown's going to make the tackle.
Nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator. The pass picks up some solid yards. Now it's third and short. Every offense is better in third and short than third and long, of course.
Third and 2. Here's the handoff to Marshawn Lynch.
And it's Roach there to meet him.
And it's third and short. The defensive line, you got to guess. You got to think it's going to be a run play. I don't know what they were thinking. They let the offense just push them back, and they give up the first down. Good job by the offense there.
Now first and 10.
Play action Wilson.
Almost intercepted.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted, and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
Miller's usually a tight end, but he's in the backfield this time. Throws to the right. Incomplete. Almost going in the other direction.
Well, the defense has to be depressed after that play, because when you get a chance to get off the field, get a turnover, and get the offense off the field, man, you got to take advantage of situations like that.
On the way, third down.
Turbin takes his spot in the backfield. Russell Wilson has his man. It's Percy Harvin on the receiving end. Harvin's met at the 16.
Well, I think we've heard this expression about 7,000 times. It's a passing league, so we all know that. So you got to be able to throw the football and pick up some first downs.
First down here after the completion. After the long gain, let's see what they do here.
Wilson's going to take it from the gun.
Eyeing that left side.
DJ Hayden is there and picks it off.
And he's brought to the ground.
Wonderful job by the defense that time. They stayed after it, and inside their own 20, they finally come up with the play. They get the interception, and they keep the other team from getting points on the board.